2K Sports, in association with the PGA Tour, is thrilled to bring you the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. And what a stunning setting we have for the third round of the Farmers Insurance Open, right here in La Jolla, California, and Torrey Pines. I'm Luke Elby alongside Rich Beam. Great to have you back with us. And Rich, a tremendous start for our featured player at the head of the pack.
It's so fun. It's been amazing to watch. He's got such a huge lead, a colossal lead going in the final 36 holes. He almost wonders, is he thinking about the win yet, or is he able to kind of calm himself down before he goes out there?
Just a short putt remaining here. That's signaling your intent. Don't get amongst it early.
Fantastic start right out of the gate.
And over to the second we go, and it's a par 4. Looks like a similar approach to yesterday.
Yes, and let's hope it's not as similar results as yesterday.
This one's going right at the pin here. Always nice to have a birdie putt. And now that finds him in first place. Let's see what happens here at the third hole.
I like it when they move this tee box up and it's only a wedge, because when they make it a 5-iron or more, this thing gets really difficult. Firm green, actually away from you towards the ocean. This is a really difficult green to find.
That shot had Will Zalatoris doing a double take. I think he may be starting to take this rivalry a bit more seriously.
He's currently sitting in first place. Now on the tee, fresh off a birdie, a great opportunity to build on that momentum.
Very picturesque, this fourth hole. Pacific Ocean directly to the golfer's left-hand side. Don't be sucked in by the views, however. You want no part of that. And you certainly don't want any part of that fairway bunker down the right-hand side either. Find the fairway, and you've got a good chance at knocking it on this green in 2. Be wary, though. Anything long and left on this green is no good.
This would be a great up and down. And that should secure the par on this one. And he's holding steady in first place after that one. Let's go to hole number 5. And it's a par 4.
This fairway cambers from left to right, which helps a fade on this hole. However, don't get too overzealous and pull it, because that fairway bunker down the left, that sees a lot of action. Second shot is a green that pitches back towards you from back to front. That's got a lot of movement over on the left-hand side.
He's had a disagreement with the caddy. He's gone down a club.
And he's down there. You got to read.
Right to lefter, up the hill. Can be positive with this one.
Well, that looked like a confident stroke. Tracking. Okay, he's holding steady on the leaderboard after that hole. The 6th hole is a par 5.
A nice reprieve, this par 5. Just a little bit dogleg from left to right. Keep it shy of those fairway bunkers down the left-hand side, and almost every player will give it a go in 2. This is a 3-tiered green with a low area over on the left-hand side that sees a lot of action.
Yeah, that was a safe play. There's 17 feet remaining to the hole.
All right, guys. This for 2 birdies in a row.
Mark it down. That's birdie number 5.
Gotta like it. 2 in a row. He's feeling it.
Deep into the front 9. Here we are at the 7th hole.
This fairway slopes pretty good from left to right. Players want to start it out at the fairway bunker down the left-hand side and just hit a gentle fade off of that. Second shot here is to an elevated green. don't go long whatsoever here. That's when the Barranca and the canyons come into play.
This looks to be hit pretty well from where I'm standing. Just 6 feet between he and the hole. Oh, he's on fire today, building upon his lead, hole after hole. And just keeping it in neutral on the leaderboard. Lovely momentum for this player after that birdie at the last hole. Keep it rolling.
This green is not deep. It's wide. It's got a lot of movement from east to west, just not a lot of room north to south. You find the right section of this green, you could find yourself a nice little deuce.
What are we looking at for this putt, Henny?
This is a 12-footer here.
Just missing the birdie there. That's a shame. And in it goes. Holding steady in first place after that one. Oh, I like this. The cover's coming off the big dog. Time to let it loose.
Look, it's just a straight par 5, 615 yards. You got to hit a straight tee shot, a straight second shot, and hopefully hit a straight third shot. It can get challenging when they put the pin on the top left tier. That's when you can put a little too much spin on it and have it come chasing down to the front part of the green. That's no good.
Well, this one's right at the pin. Just a tiny putt is all that remains. And mark it down. That's birdie number 7 on the scorecard. On the tee of the par 4 10th hole.
Fairway tilts significantly from left to right, so you need to hug the left-hand side. From there, uphill second shot to an overhanging lie from left to right. This is a difficult par 4 to get the distance control spot on.
Looks to have opted for the 8-iron. Penny, take us through the break on this putt.
It's so subtle, but it is going to go right.
And with that putt hold, it's back-to-back birdies.
Gotta like it. 2 in a row.
We have a par 3 on this one.
This green from the back tee looks minuscule. There's just not a lot of room on the front of it. Even the back section, which it does get a little bit wider, it still is very small. A massive shelf, top left. If you get it up there, happy days for you. If not, just find the green, 2-putt, make 3, move on.
So close. This putt just 5 feet away from the hole.
This one is for par.
And that'll see him remain in the same spot on the leaderboard. The 12th hole is a par 4.
This is about as tough a hole as you're going to find anywhere on the planet. Prevailing wind coming right back into the players. You just have to step up and hit a solid tee shot to find the fairway. From there, you're going in with a mid to long iron, sometimes even a hybrid to a green that sits just above you. Not a ton of movement, but enough from back right to front left to make you think.
Always positive coming off a birdie. Let's see what happens here.
This is one of the most interesting par 5s you'll ever play. If you hit a good tee shot, find the fairway, and you have the opportunity to reach, then happy days. But if you don't find the fairway or can't reach, now you've got to lay up into a low area where you're going to have a third shot that's absolutely blind. This third shot could be one of the most difficult third shots on the PGA Tour, bar none.
Well, that one is looking like it's going straight down the pipe. In she goes. Let's head to the next.
Back-to-back birdies moving the right direction there, Luke.
And still in top spot after that hole. Keep it going. And Henny, what's he looking at here?
He's got roughly 105 yards here.
This is looking pretty good in the air. A chance for a birdie if this goes down. And another one goes. And with it, an increase of his lead. This hole is a long par 4.
Why are the straightaway par 4s the hardest ones? We have another one right here. It's just straight away with the drive, nothing fancy about it. You find the fairway and you're left with another long iron second shot. You got a front right bunker that should see plenty of action. The one on the left, though, that's a big no-no spot, as this green does tilt pretty good from back to front.
Going with the 4-iron here. Wow, what a shot.
Of all the shots that I like the most, that one ranks right up there.
And he's down there. You got to read?
I've got it going right to left here.
And that will drop in for a birdie. The 16th is a par 3.
A long par 3, especially with multiple tee boxes that can be used. Green is a little bit of boomerang shape, especially back left. That's when things get really tight. But I must say, this is a wonderfully, again, designed par 3 that makes you think an awful lot.
Okay, Henny, what's he looking at with this putt?
Yeah, he's staring down about 12 feet.
Oh, what a putt. He'll like to look good where he's standing on this leaderboard. This hole is a par 4.
You want to avoid the bunkers on the right, but in doing so, you bring the ravine on the left into play, don't you? Second shot, though, plays slightly uphill. There's two distinct sections, the left and the right here. A little bit of a spine that bisects this green. This is a really good, strong par 4. Par is a great score.
We're around 140 yards here. Gee, it's metronomic here. Green after green. Gee, golf looks easy when you're playing like this.
Dare I say, Luke, this player has been in fuego with his approach shots. Another green in regulation.
Still in the lead now after that hole. The 18th hole is a par 5.
Okay, this is probably one of the, if you talk about risk reward par 5s in the PGA Tour, this has got to be up near the top of the list. You find the fairway, it's just begging you to go for it. You got the water fronting the green, and you have deep bunkers both right and left. But with the history of this hole, you got to go for it, don't you?
Well, this person displays the power game in pure fashion there.
Two big hits there, knocking in on this par 5 and 2.
And that will put a smile on his dial. An eagle to finish the day. Well, I don't know about you, Rich, but I've been in absolute awe of this player's performance. Has built a huge advantage going into the final round.
Yes, you always want to be in first place going into the final round. In saying that, it can be uncomfortable as well. We'll have to see how this player tomorrow handles the pressure.
Well, on behalf of myself, Rich Beam, and all the hard-working folks at HB Studios, thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you next time. Good day, folks. It's time to get ready for the dramatic season-long race for the FedEx Cup, brought to you by 2K Sports and the PGA Tour. Well, it's that gorgeous meeting of surf and turf here at La Jolla, California. The final round coverage of the Farmers Insurance Open is on now. I'm Luke Elby with Rich Beam. Glad to have you back with us. Rich, you fancy this player's chances?
Even with this massive lead, there is no lead large enough, I have to say. It's a very uncomfortable situation because there's only one place to go, and that's down. So this player has got to be aware of that, go out and try and play as rock solid the first 3 or 4 holes as humanly possible to continue that lead.
Now on the tee after a birdie, fired up and ready for more. Wow, that was just striped. Well, this is some lovely momentum to take into the tournament, coming off a last start win, Rich.
This player has more confidence, I believe, than any other player in the field at the moment. This should be another good week for him.
This now, his third shot. Well, this one's come out on a good line. You beauty! What a putt! He's currently in first place. And I don't give the rest of the field much hope today. Our leader is way out in front in this final round. Looks to be going with the 6-iron. That's well played, pin high. That's the mark of a ball striker.
Already had a few birdies today. This for another.
And now onto the par 4 fourth hole.
I love this hole. Just take it out of those bunkers on the right-hand side and hit yourself a nice little baby draw. And from there, you have probably one of the coolest green complexes, I think, on the golf course. Really difficult to make birdie, and actually you're pretty happy making par. But I'm telling you what, sit there and enjoy the beauty of this hole. It's a doozy.
Welcome to the tee of a par 4.
This is a difficult driving hole. Big, deep bunkers left and right that must be avoided. From there, the second shot plays a touch downhill green that tilts pretty good from left to right and back to front. It's a strong par 4. Ooh.
3 feet to go here to the hole.
These par putts, they keep a round going.
And on the tee now of the 6th, which is a par 5.
A nice reprieve, this par 5. Just a little bit dogleg from left to right. Keep it shy of those fairway bunkers on the left-hand side, and almost every player will give it a go in 2. This is a 3-tiered green with a low area over on the left-hand side that sees a lot of action.
All right, John, you've been reading them well all day. Take us through this putt.
It looks like this one will turn a bit to the left.
Mark it down. That's birdie number 5.
Gotta love that start right there. Absolutely taking it to the field.
Let's see what happens here on the 7th.
Lovely tee shot here. Just take it out those bunkers on the left-hand side and hit yourself a little baby fade. From there, you've got a green that sits above you slightly. Also chases away from you just a little bit, believe it or not. This is a really good, strong par 4. Par is a great score.
And choosing the 8-iron here.
This would be a momentum saver here, getting this up and down.
That's one of those momentum building putts. Well holed. Now on the tee, fresh off a birdie, a great opportunity to build on that momentum.
This green is not deep, it's wide, it's got a lot of movement from east to west, just not a lot of room north to south. You find the right section of this green, you could find yourself a nice little deuce.
And maintaining top spot on the leaderboard after that hole. The 9th is a par 5.
Look, it's just a straight par 5, 615 yards. You got to hit a straight tee shot, a straight second shot, and hopefully hit a straight third shot. It can get challenging when they put the pin on the top left tier. That's when you can put a little too much spin on it and have it come chasing down to the front part of the green. That's no good.
Oh, absolutely flushed. Good look at birdie here. Lovely position for our leader here, Rich. Out in front, but a few holes to go.
Look, so far, it's been entertaining watching these two go head-to-head. Not too sure exactly how this is going to play out, but so far, so good. Love watching these two compete.
That's well played. Anything on the green from there was fine. John, what's the line on this putt?
This looks like it's going to break to the left.
He's making this look easy, keeps surging ahead. And there's no movement on the leaderboard after that hole. Here we are at the 11th hole, a par 3.
And not a big target either. You got deep bunkers both left and right. You got a shelf up there top left. This is just a strong, difficult, lovely, if you like, par 3.
What are we looking at for this putt, Henny?
Yeah, guys, he's looking at around 17 feet.
It's half a chance of being hold, this one. Yeah, you like the look of that right off the blade. Now teeing off on the 12th hole.
This 12th hole is probably one of the toughest tee shots players will face out here. They know they have to hit a good tee shot, a long tee shot, to have any chance or hope of making birdie here. You miss it a little bit out to the right. The rough over there is horrific. You do find the fairway, though. You got a green that tilts from back right to front left, making the second shot so much more imperative to not get it above the hole. Second shot, leave below the hole at all costs.
Well, that'll maintain the momentum. Nice par putt. No movement up or down on the leaderboard for this player. Time for the second shot here at the 13th. Not bad. Setting up for his third shot.
Oh, this is on a fantastic line. Is it the right distance?
7-footer right here.
A little bird tells me this is for birdie.
Okay, he's holding steady on the leaderboard after that hole. That drive heading straight towards the cut stuff. Do you like the view from where you're standing, Henny?
He's got about 140, I'd say.
Well, our man on the ground, John McCarthy, has been giving us some great reads all day. What's this one doing, mate?
This one's going to move quite significantly right to left.
Yeah, he never quite hit that hard enough. Currently in first position. Here we are on the par 4 15th hole.
As big as 12 was, Luke, this is almost twice the size, if you can imagine it, with a tiny, tiny landing area out there. This is possibly the meanest hole on this golf course. Not hardest, meanest. If you've walked off with par on this hole, job well done, my friend.
Oh, he's been putting on a clinic all day. Another beauty by our leader. Always love these opportunities, especially when it's for birdie.
Short game has been absolutely fantastic today.
Yeah, nice mid-range birdie putt, that one.
And a nice feeling it must be to have that sizable of a lead coming down the stretch.
Going with the 5-wood. Second shot here on the 16th. Gee, that line was looking good, wasn't it? 15 feet to the cup. Penny, take us through the break on this putt.
This putt's going to come in from the left side.
Well, that's providing some hope to the rest of the field as our leader stumbles with a bogey.
Just one bogey, that's okay, but you don't want this to be becoming a habit.
Yeah, that one will play. This shot is about 140 yards out.
has got this thing dialed in here, looking good.
That's a good way to bounce back from the drop shot at the last hole. And he's maintained top spot on the leaderboard after that hole. And a chance to ice the tournament here. Holding the lead, playing the last. Three wins already this season. Good shot there, Beamer. Oh, that one looked pretty good off the blade, and it's looking pretty good on the grip. Well, there you have it. There's your Farmers Insurance Open champion, and a great performance on a really tough track.
What a victory on this South golf course. This player winning the Farmers Insurance Open, surviving the South.
This is impressive. To win out here on tour is a big deal, but to go back-to-back, Rich, how significant is that?
Such a hard thing to do, carrying momentum from one week into the next, but getting it done at the day's end, truly, truly magnificent.
Well, on behalf of myself, Luke Elvey, and Rich Beam, thanks for tuning in. Catch you tomorrow.